All right, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Darrel Long Show, hosted by your boy Darrel Long. Got that running right there in the background. Look, if you guys are tapping in, we got a good one going on right now. We got Candace Owens versus Andrew Wilson, one of the hottest things touching the internet right now. Now I do want to do a breakdown from the beginning of the debate. Other people are deciding that they are just fucking just gonna just do it however they want to do it. We are doing it however we want to do it. I want to go and break down directly the situation that happened over there with Candace Owens and what happened with Andrew Wilson, of all people. I couldn't believe she was debating him, of all people. I don't consider Andrew Wilson to be one of those people who are just super intelligent. I actually consider Andrew Wilson to be one of those people who is very mediocre, extremely mediocre. Give me 1 second. We got a good video here, and before I go into the debate that's breaking the internet, which is Andrew Wilson versus Candace Owens right now about the Tyler Robinson case and the situation about him allegedly taking Charlie Kirk life. Let me go ahead and say this right now. Let me go put this out there right now. Tyler Robinson, oh shit. Tyler Robinson is a hero. Yeah, I'm gonna be a fucking asshole just like how y'all was when our heroes got popped off. You know what? Let me not go dark mode just yet. Let me not go dark mode just yet. All right. That's what Queen Sheba was talking about. So look, before I even get into Candace Owens, I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith, who I have repeatedly grown tired of. Repeatedly, Stephen A. Smith has shown himself to be an enemy of the black man, of the black woman, of black culture. And I, for one, have just grown tired of having to deal with these raccoons. So first, I want to talk about why Black America stopped trusting Stephen A. Smith. Okay. Every single one of these, let's say, points that I'm going to make about this thesis that I'm going to present to you guys today, right? Everybody is allowed to criticize someone, right? We're going to criticize Stephen A. Smith today. We're not going to just calling him a flat out racist. We're not going to say he just hate black women directly, but we are going to look at women like Monica McNutt, women like Cari Champion, Jamel Hill, right? We're going to look at black men like Jaylen Brown. We're going to break this down, why Stephen A. Smith is not trusted by the black community any longer. That's fucking amazing. All right. These little cold cups they got now, where keep your drink cold. Woo. Fire. Okay, look. So let's break this down. In May of 2020, in May of 2026, this year, Kevin Hart stood on stage and put Stephen A. Smith on blast on what he called the Mount Rushmore of racism, next to Shane Gillis, Kid Rock, and Hulk Hogan. All right. 2 months later, in July, Outkick, which is a conservative sports outlet, ran a piece demanding ESPN discipline Stephen A. Smith for racist remarks. Right? So the same person, Stephen A. Smith, the same year, 2026, 2 accusations from 2 different individuals, Kevin Hart and then Outkick, both pointing completely in opposite directions. What is true, right? We got conservatives saying that Stephen A. Smith needs to be disciplined. And then we got Democratic people saying Stephen A. Smith is a raccoon, right? I want to break it down for you guys today, all right? And let me go ahead and put this out there right now for Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith has been an advocate for Black people in the past. His HBCU advocacy is real. He has documented history of giving money to HBCUs, right? And Stephen A. Smith is one of the most powerful Black men in all of American media today. He broke into the industry doing sports analysis, and then he was working with Allen Iverson years ago when he was in Philadelphia as a beat writer. Everybody knows this. But the question is, and let's go to our first segment, why did Black women lose faith in Stephen A. Smith? I go back to June 2024. ESPN is hosting a show titled First Take, where Monica McNutt is sitting there and she's saying something that Stephen A. Smith is not going to be too happy about. He told Stephen A. Smith that you, as a Black man, you have a platform and you have been, covering men and men politics for years. You could have been covering the WNBA. You could have been brought on a Black woman to speak about the WNBA, but you didn't want to. That was it. That's all she said. The only thing that Stephen A. had to say was, wow. He couldn't even give her a response. The only thing he can say was, wow. But he didn't leave it there, right? While he sat there in front of her, only thing he said was, wow. But later that evening, he went on the Stephen A. Smith show, right? He went on the Stephen A. Smith show. And on the Stephen A. Smith show, he mentioned a few women. Allow me to help you guys with that list. He mentioned Monica McNutt, Shanae. Y'all know Shanae. I'm not even going to try to mispronounce her last name and discredit her like that. Andrea Carter, Kimberly Martin, Molly Quorum. We all know Molly Quorum, right? He named these women, and Stephen A. Smith made it seem like he elevated these women's careers by allowing them an opportunity to be next to him on his show. Now, I want you guys to just sit with this for a second, because this is nothing more than a Black woman and Monica making a professional critique. And instead of Stephen A. Smith listening to what she has to say, his response is basically, do you know who the hell I am? Do you know who the hell I am? Do you know what I did for you? That's not a rebuttal. That's more or less someone who is using leverage over your head and keeping that leverage over your head. You want to move up? I don't want to see this behavior again. Right? Cari Champion. And listen, I have a clip. I'm so fed up with Stephen A. Smith today. We're going to go through the Stephen A. Smith clip, and then I'm going to go to the debate, okay? Just hold your horses. Cari Champion, she challenged Stephen A. Smith, and she challenged him to basically have the same smoke for white media personalities that he brings to Black women. Stephen A. response was, I helped you get here. He did the same thing to Joy Reid. I want to show you guys a clip. Taking a break off Officer Tatum just for today. Because all the tap dancing black men, something got to be done about them. All the tap dancers, something got to be done about them. I don't care if they grew up and they was your hero or not. Look, bringing on Byron Donalds. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. I never thought I'd see Stephen A. chimp out like this. I never thought I'd see Stephen A. chimp out like this. Never thought I'd see it. And Stephen A., before you said, oh, Darrel using racist remarks, you had no problem when Chud the Builder was running around telling black people that they was chimping out. You wasn't using your platform in order to make sure that we get justice. So don't say nothing now. Make sure you be quiet like the good boy you are. See, Stephen A. Smith, he still want to be this a young, crispy nigga. As long as the white man keep him draped down in Gucci and keep him in some nice Cartier lenses and a nice Mexican woman to come rub on his thing at night, he gonna always betray the black community.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Very disappointing. Very disappointing. All y'all coons getting called out one by one. Right? And listen, man. Once I saw Stephen A. doing content with Anton Daniels, I knew he had lost his rabbit ass mind. I knew that at that point moving forward, he must have forgotten about the mother that raised him. Right? He must have forgotten about the mother who raised him. Because clearly he's not being a real man. He's running around like Stephen A. Smith is basically fucking Brandon Tatum mixed with sports analysts. Like, if you're gonna hate black people, bro, at least do that shit in your own home. But you're hurting our cause deliberately, and I think you're doing this purposely. But you're hurting our cause to have black people be free in America and have a true depiction of how we actually move. This is what like what y'all about to see is straight tap dancing behavior. Now let me go back to my script so I don't go too far off script.
For all of y'all out there, got a question. A party that lots of people in this country accused of being racist, xenophobic, or simply a party that's interested in feeding the wealthy and not paying too much attention to the desolate and the disenfranchised.
Let me throw the thumbnail, man, because I don't trust these guys, bro. I don't trust these guys, bro. These type of guys, they would, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't know what happened to your video. It was taken down for copyrights from our team. We don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? We would never do that to a black brother. My brother. Yes, you would, bro. Yes, you would, bro. So I don't even got time for that. Let me go ahead and upload the thumbnail right now, bro. And throw the thumbnail over that joint. You feel me? Because I've been in YouTube long enough to know that these individuals, bro, they absolutely love to destroy black people that's trying to tell the truth. So we don't need to see Stephen A. Smith's face. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's go.
Or are you interested in a party that's hell-bent, apparently so, on ensuring that prosperity is something to be denied, and it's time for the land of opportunity to be burnt to the damn ground? That's the way things are unfolding in this country as we speak. Because on one hand, whatever juvenile, narcissistic, detached act that the president engages in, with somehow, some way, while there's an affordability issue in this country, and there's a deficit that keeps climbing in the trillions, somehow, some way, no matter what trials and tribulations are going on, pertaining to inflation or anything like that, this man seems to find a way, no matter what the reports say about him and his dollars in his bank account continuing to dwindle. In the end, what it comes down to is the man has made billions since returning to office a year and a half.
I mean, what you gonna do about it? 5 minutes, you know, that's what I hate about y'all. Y'all do this fake accountability stuff. Cause I watched this whole video. Later on, you're gonna say his vice president, JD Vance, is a really nice guy and really know how to talk real smooth and he really articulate. You not for us, bro. This video taught me everything I need to know about Stephen A. Smith, the man that he is today. He destroyed his own legacy. He destroyed the love that black people have for him. That shit is out the window now. We don't got no love for you no more. You went that Jasmine Crockett. You went that Joy Reid. You went that Cari Champion. You went that Tiffany Crush. You made it seem, because I'm going to bring up your comments, Stephen A. Smith, that you said during the Ray Rice case. Now, for those who don't know, in 2014, Ray Rice was an NFL player that assaulted his girlfriend in the elevator, right? Stephen A. Smith, bum ass, suggested that women should avoid actions that provoke violence. I mean, you can't make this shit up, bro. Stephen A. Smith was the one that was saying, oh yeah, if a woman shouldn't say none of that, she shouldn't do nothing that makes a man want to knock her the fuck out. Right? You shouldn't do none of that. Don't do nothing. Yeah, we got the video, Stephen. You think we don't? I told you. I'm doing you like I did Anton. I'm tired of y'all raccoons, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm actually fed the fuck up.
And here's what I mean by that. About you. And here's what I mean by that.
Babe. I need a woman for this one. Stephen A., I'm gonna keep it real with you. You got a daughter. I got a daughter. Anton got a daughter. I only know one way to go about this, right? So if one of my little homies smacked the shit out your daughter, Stephen A., should I tell your daughter what you about to tell the American audience after Ray Rice, an NFL football player, beat the shit out of his girlfriend? You went online and you told them women, hey, you might not want to do something that's going to lead to getting your ass beat. What type of nigga are you, bro? What type of nigga you became over the years, bro? I don't even fuck with LeBron, but I see why LeBron had to check your bitch ass, because, I mean, you can't be saying shit like this. LeBron wouldn't tell his daughter, hey, if a nigga smack you, you better not do nothing that's gonna get you smacked. No, man, them niggas probably gonna mass on shit, bro. They from Ohio. Look, them baby sleep. Basically, yeah, come here. Hurry up, quickly. This nigga Stephen A. Smith. So you know about the Ray Rice situation? He beat his girl in the elevator?
Yeah.
This is what Stephen A. Smith had to say about that.
About you. And here's what I mean by that. We keep talking about the guys. We know you have no business putting your hands on a woman. I don't know how many times I got to reiterate that. But as a man who was raised by women, see, I know what I'm going to do.
Your father is a failure. Where this bitch going? Your father is a failure, gang. Just want to make that clear, nigga. Your father is a failure. Run that back.
You have no business putting your hands on a woman. I don't know how many times I got to reiterate that. But as a man who was raised by women, see, I know what I'm going to do if somebody touches a female member of my family.
Nothing.
I know what I'm going to do. I know what my boys are going to do. I know what I'm going to have to remind myself that I work for the worldwide leader. I'm going to have to get law enforcement officials involved because of what I'm going to be tempted to do.
You ain't going to do nothing. You a talker. No, hold on. It's almost over with.
But what I've tried to employ the female members of my family, some of who you all met and talked to and what have you, is that, again, and this is what I've done this all my life, let's make sure we don't do anything to provoke wrong actions. Because if I come or somebody else come, whether it's law enforcement officials, your brother, or the fellas that you know, if we come after somebody has put their hands on you, it doesn't negate the fact that they already put their hands on you. So let's try to make sure that we can do our part in making sure that that doesn't happen. Now, you got some dudes that are just horrible, and they're going to do it anyway. And there's never an excuse to put your hands on a woman. But domestic violence or you know, with or whatever the case may be, with men putting their hands on women is obviously a very real issue in our society. And I think that just talking about what guys shouldn't do, we got to also make sure that you can do your part to do whatever you can do to make to try to make sure it doesn't happen. We know they're wrong. We know they're criminal. We know they probably deserve to be in jail. In Ray Rice's case, he probably deserves more than the 2-game suspension, which we both acknowledged. But at the same time, we also have to make sure that we learn as much as we can about elements of provocation. Not that there's real provocation, but the elements of...
Just shut the fuck up, Stephen A. Go ahead, Misha. I know you got it. Go ahead.
Talking about not provoking, I think that's crazy. Like, it's crazy to me that he says, like, oh my God, there's no excuse for it. There's no reason for it. We know, you know, you said, yeah, well, I'm making excuses. And the biggest excuse that he gives in the silent signal that he sends out, is that, but we know she probably provoked you though. We know it's probably her fault. Like, he still leaves a window open to have room to give excuses for him.
Where the man's innocent.
Yeah, like I don't even understand. I don't understand this. Provoke, not to provoke. Like, what would that? I don't even know what that will fall under, because anyone can say that you provoked me for whatever reason. She walked past. She provoked me.
Let me say this.
Like, I don't know.
As a man that wasn't raised by just women, unlike you, Stephen A., let me tell you right now. If you provoked to hit a woman, you a coward. You a mark. It's just that simple, my nigga. You a mark. Imagine me getting up on your daughter, bop, and then you tell me something. Oh yeah. Little Stephen A., she provoked me. Come on, gang. And I'm trying my hardest to be respectful right now, my dude, because you on some goofy shit. And you're the same one that want to talk about AOC, talk about Cari Champion, talk about Jamel Hill, talk about what's other shorty name? Jasmine Crockett. You was riding with Candace Owens, but now that Candace Owens is against the Trump administration, and she against Turning Point USA, and she want to figure out if Erica has something to do with Charlie death, allegedly, right? Now you against her too. Why haven't you been talking bad against Marjorie Trader Green? Because she's a white woman. Well, I'm gonna get to your little preferences soon. Let's go back to the video. You think I didn't have? I came so prepared for this video today. I was about to let go of YouTube. Queen Sheba lit my fire again.
A little more than a year and a half ago. And that's a party that people are looking at and they're saying, what the hell is up?
Oh, man,
and then we turn to our left. And what all we're hearing about is the Democratic Socialist of America. We don't even hear about the Democrats anymore. As a party, as a Democratic Party. There's moderates and then there's the progressives. It's a house divided. And it seems with every passing week, the DSA is gaining traction. It's all apparently in an effort to ask and present to the United States of America, the American citizens, the voters, the electorates, what country do you want?
Oh man, give it up. Give it up. Nobody want to hear that shit. The Democratic House is divided. No, we're not. Did you forget that 80% of us just voted the same fucking way for Kamala Harris? Goofy. But they got you on here tap dancing, doing propaganda. Yeah, I ran your whole video. I copy and paste the whole transcript, ran it through 5 different AIs. 5 different AIs. I know every truth you told. I know every lie you told. And I got directly videos to disprove it. How you think I got that video of Ray Rice so quick? Goofy. Chat GPT, nigga. Paid edition. Yo goofy ass in 2018. No. Matter of fact, let's have fun. In 2025, Serena Williams, and I was even against this, but for different reasons. Serena Williams made an appearance on Kendrick Lamar's halftime set where she was, doing her thing, whatever, whoop, whoop. You went online talking greasy about her too, right? Remember that? Hey, I don't fuck with a woman who's a wife, right? I don't fuck with a woman who's a wife. You know what I'm saying? Going up there and doing what they got to do. Don't forget about the 2018 US Open situation. I got that pulled up too. I got you on everything, Stephen A. You mark ass nigga. All right. Let's go to this video first right here, though. Let's go to this one first. Where, oh yeah, she's trolling Drake, but I wouldn't want my wife out there. You don't got no wife, boy. But then when her white husband came up there to check you, you had a different tone. Let's show the people both videos back to back. Exhibit A.
Married, and my wife is going to join trolling her ex. Go back to his ass.
Excuse me?
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me.
ESPN's Stephen A. Smith is not in.
Excuse me?
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass.
That was the marriage advice that you have for Serena's husband. If I'm married, because you're not married, right? If my wife was married and I decide, you know what I'm saying? I decide that I see my wife up there trolling her ex, go back to that hoe ass nigga then. Well, look, everybody. Look at what happened when you talk to a man. I'm showing y'all stark differences from when Stephen A. Smith talked to a woman versus talked to a man. Now, Serena Williams' husband came up there to get that advice, to answer the call. This was this whole ass nigga Stephen A. response.
I think you had some marriage advice for me.
Alexis Ohanian is clapping back at any negative comments about his marriage to Serena Williams. Months after Stephen A. Smith said he would divorce the tennis star over her appearance at the Super Bowl halftime show, Alexis, who married Serena in 2017 and shares daughters Alexis and Adira, had a chance to address those comments on live television.
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
Well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are
What? I didn't. What?
Vision.
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
Well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but I think
Headlines are headlines. Headlines are headlines. Child.
That's true.
You directly said that if I was married like this white man is to Serena Williams, and if you were this white man who's married to Serena Williams and that was your wife trolling her ex on stage with Kendrick Lamar, that she can go back to Drake ass. Why don't you just repeat what you said? Because you're a coward, Stephen A. Smith.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
We know you don't care. That's why I used that drop right there. Stephen A. Smith don't care. He got checked in front of the white boy came there just for you. Just for you. Headlines are headlines. But now look at him. Look at Stephen A. Smith with his Gucci shirt directly paid for by the MAGA administration. Now look at how big he about to talk when he's talking about AOC and the rest of the black women.
Are you willing to witness the scaling back of progress for the black community and other minority communities in this country because of Trump's commitment to immigration reform, to border security, to the eradication of DEI and beyond, and ultimately doing things that returns America back in?
You support everybody that's cool with Trump, broski. You just had a video with Byron Donald who was on his knees for Trump. We got to stop this, bro. You support Anton Daniels, who support everybody that support Trump, you support. Why haven't you brought on Mondani? Why haven't you brought on the Arabic dude who just won in Michigan, my home state? For the same reasons why Anton Daniels live in Michigan and didn't bring on that same person. And for the same reasons why Anton Daniels haven't brought on Mayor Mary Sheffield, because she's a woman in a position that he cannot be in. Y'all hate that. Y'all hate seeing a woman smarter than y'all. Stephen A. Smith, Anton Daniels. Y'all hate seeing a Muslim do better than y'all white Christian masters. And I said what I said.
To a time that he was more comfortable with? Or are you willing to go the route of listening to folks tell you that somebody that believes they are a woman, although they were born a man and want to transition, should have the right to share bathrooms?
Is that my two options, Stephen A. fucking Smith? Is my only options is I vote for Donald Trump or I accept somebody who you know what? Fuck it. That's my options. I'm rolling with the trans people, my nigga. That's a fact, daddy. We never voting for Trump, nigga. If I gotta vote for the person that's gonna allow trans people to be trans people, so be it. Prove me wrong. If trans are going into bathrooms today and Donald Trump continued to take black women rights away, right? Which one is more detrimental? Which one is actually causing people to die more? Trump and his policies against black women, specifically the ones like Roe v. Wade. Removing a woman's right away to choose what she want to do, and going so far as putting into law to punish the doctors if they see a medical reason to step in, but they can't do it because of the law. And you pussies are cool with this shit because you're mad that Joe Blow want to walk around with a fucking wig on. And why is that? Because one of the white masters you serve is probably fucking them. I don't want to talk about that though. I don't want to talk about that. They try to make it seem like it was no trans women on Epstein Island. Sure. Sure.
With those born of an opposite sex. And dare I say, compete against them in sports. Along with a bevy of other things that come associated with the Democratic Socialists of America. This is the reality of the situation, whether you like it or not. At some point in time, when we go up to the polls and we press whatever buttons on the screen that we press, and we favor one candidate over another. That's the.
Are you fear-mongering little girls in the bathrooms with grown men in order to get Donald Trump votes? That's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Is either Donald Trump or is your little girl's going to be in the bathroom with a nigga who looked like Donald Trump? What? This is the reason why the black community don't trust you now. This is the reason why we have lost all faith in Stephen Coon Smith now. Then you let the white man check you like that? That's why Terrell Owens said, hold this, Mitch. That's why Terrell Owens said that Max Kellerman, a white man from New York City, was more of a nigga than you. Should we go get the clip? And just to throw context on this, Terrell Owens is a legendary NFL player. Nobody can dispute that. Nobody that ever walked this earth can dispute that. But because he wanted to give back to his homies and not forget where he came from, Stephen A. Smith said, well, the NFL, they had to relinquish your contract, my brother, because you don't know how to let go of your friends. Well, let's go ahead and watch Terrell Owens respond to that. Hall of Famer Terrell Owens. I'm showing y'all all the coon moments just so y'all know what we're doing here.
That's fine. And you want to get your lawyer, and your lawyer wants to stand up there and say, this waiver is an issue. We're ready to work out, but not until they alter this waiver, etc. That's different. But to not do the workout, to change locations, and then to go and give a speech to the media without taking any questions, any inquiry as to what's really going on, you are leaving others to surmise what the hell happened.
Can I answer that real quick?
Fair.
Tio, do you mind if I jump in, Tio?
Yes, before you do that, but
go ahead.
What I wanted is transparency, Stephen A. And that's like I've done it. I've had incidents throughout the course of my career, and then there have been times where I've gone into interviews where I've done an hour and a half, 2 hours of an interview, and then they break down and they edit, and then you guys get on the show, and there's a panel of people, and then they break down whatever clips that they show. They're not showing the entire hour and a half or 2 hours of that interview that I've done. So what he wanted was transparency for people to see the full workout, to see the full Colin Kaepernick. Again, you mentioned obviously Max is going to get in here. And like I said, I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. And
what?
Max is going to get in here. And like I said, I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A.
That's true. Max almost seemed blacker than you, Stephen A.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
You little Mark. We was all rooting for you.
with what he's coming, with his commentary. They break down whatever clips that they show. They're not showing the entire hour and a half or 2 hours of that interview that I've done. So what he wanted was transparency for people to see the full workout, to see the full Colin Kaepernick. Again, you mentioned obviously Max is going to get in here, and like I said, I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming, with his commentary.
With all due respect, my brother.
I'm just saying, dog.
Wait a minute. Wait to finish.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to check you right now. You don't cross the line.
I'm just saying.
Time. Wait a minute. You don't cross the line. First of all, like I said, you, Colin Kaepernick, Eric Reid, any of y'all that want to debate me in front of black people and talk about what's best for black people, name the time and place, I'll show up. I don't want to hear, what's the definition of blackness? Is there a definitive definition of blackness? Why are you giving the impression that because I don't march lockstep with every single thing that Colin Kaepernick wants? Okay, excuse me. Hold on.
I'm not agreeing.
Oh, somebody is upset that when you get called out, now we gotta have a certain definition of blackness. But when you talking about ghetto shit and women twerking in bonnets, you seem to specifically only talk about black women. You don't talk about white women wearing them shits at the airport. You don't talk about white women like Whoa Vicky out here rapping and twerking at motherfucking restaurants. Stop playing with us. We're on your top now, son. There's no more escaping the demon on your top. Me, I'm not letting up. You feel me? Don't make me have to go to Rumble, nigga. Mark.
Wait a minute. I'm not agreeing with everything that Colin Kaepernick has done.
I'm not saying that, but you said, you just sat up there and used an expression, more blacker. Excuse me, I'm from Hollis, Queens, New York City. You ain't the only.
Just because you from Hollis, Queens, New York City don't mean shit. I'm from Hollis, Queens, New York City. I'm sorry. Do being from Hollis, Queens, New York City means you automatically a real nigga? No. Fuck out of here. Yo, you almost got me going disrespectful, nigga. Nigga act like he the supreme team. Bumpy Johnson. Nigga, you're Stephen A. Smith. You got up by doing shit like this. Down talking again, Colin Kaepernick, somebody who was speaking for black people, trying to put us in a better position. What was you doing? Making that difficult for him. Mark. Oh, ass nigga.
You ain't the only brother out there that's in the streets. I'm in the streets every day. I get it. And
you do what ESPN tell you to do. You've been doing that for the last 30, 40 years, nigga. So don't say you in the streets if the only time you stepping outside is when the white master tell you to. Y'all gotta stop, man.
So let's be very clear. And you damn well know that's the truth. And so my point to you is this. Again, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm
not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to disrespect you. You disrespecting us by being insincere. That's the problem with you, gang.
The decision that they're putting us in terms of this binary system that we're living in. And for the purposes of today's show, rather than focusing on Trump and his salacious, narcissistic, repugnant tendencies from time to time, I'm going to take an opportunity, do this opening monologue to focus on the Democratic Party because I want.
Oh, of course, once again, so let's not focus on the person in office for the next 2 fucking years. Making laws, fucking up the country, gas prices going up, food prices going up, we at war. Everything he said was going to happen went the exact opposite way. And instead of you talking about how we can fix gas prices right now, how we can make groceries go lower, how we can make the price of daycare go lower, you want to talk about the Democratic Party, in particular black women and women of color. Play the Kevin Samuels. Oh my fucking God, bro.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Imagine me doing that when Biden and Obama was in office, right? It's 2008. I'm like, hey, y'all. In 2016, nigga, Trump might run. I think it's time for us to shit on the Democratic, the motherfucking Republican Party. Wouldn't it be more prudent to focus on Obama and the policies that they putting out and see how they are impacting us and to refine them for the American public? Wouldn't that be more prudent? Or must you go on your shows and spew propaganda? You know what Stephen A. is? Stephen A. Smith is the new Rush Limbaugh. Now, a lot of y'all young folks don't know who Rush Limbaugh is, right? I'm going to have to teach y'all. Rush Limbaugh, in my opinion, was one of the most racist radio political commentators that's ever been on radio airways in American history. Rush Limbaugh would get over 20 million weekly listeners. Because we know in this country, you guys love that racist shit. Y'all do. Let me go get that Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson joint. Let's see, wherever they at right here, we're going to just start there. Because I don't got time to even fuck around with it, right? I'll come back and do a full review once the video is like fully done. I do know they've been getting helly cheese on this bitch. What's up, Tommy? Long time no see. How's life been? You see your wrench is still here? Man of my word. I'm on Stephen A. Smith ass right now. I'm on Anton ass, Officer Tatum ass, all them tap dancing niggas. You feel me? I've purposely added you off the list just to keep my word. But it's certain niggas that gotta be brought up. Stephen A. Smith, I had enough of that nigga. So I'm gonna be on his ass for the next 6 months. Tuesday show, what time? You know I'm in Chicago. Ain't you in Atlanta? Ain't there a time difference? Tuesday. That's cool. Tuesday night, 9 p.m. If Tommy is in Atlanta and his show starts at 9 p.m. and I'm in Chicago, are we on the same time period?
No, you wouldn't be on the same time. If Tommy's show starts at 9 p.m. in Atlanta, it would be 8 p.m. in Chicago.
Okay, that's what that nigga said. All right, cool. Yeah, man. I'll come over there and tap in with you. Of course, we'd be on opposing sides, but respectfully. Yeah, you called it. I know you would like to believe that, Tommy. I know you would like to believe that. You should be streaming this shit right now. Everybody restreaming this video. Let me put it on the big screen so you can see it, gang. Motherfucking Candace Owens is debating Andrew Wilson bum ass. This the same pussy ass nigga that couldn't even debate Fatty. What you mean, which video, bro? It's streaming everywhere. It's on Candace Owens shit. If you type in Candace Owens versus Andrew Wilson, they got 68,000 people watching right now. You feel me? Candace got 220,000 people watching right now. Andrew got 21,000. Bum ass nigga. Look, bro, I would just go and stream from Candace shit. She cool. I don't know about this other dude, this Arabic dude, but this shit tearing the internet up right now, bro. They basically going over what happened to Charlie Kirk, if Erica Kirk and them killed them, and they going over Tyler Robinson and shit. Let me tap in.
Yeah, so I think is that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, but
Damn.
of the 7 charges,
They still talking about this nigga Tyler Robinson shooting Charlie Kirk. I don't even give a fuck what happened.
like can you name one? Because my general perspective is that you don't actually care about this case. You're not following
Is that
the case.
it? That's the question. You're just not following it enough.
It seems pretty, like, if you're going to engage and you're going to say the evidence is overwhelming that Tyler Robinson is guilty, I just think that you should, like,
right.
Can you tell me one
Then let's do the
charge that
counter.
he's...
You can really, hang on. This is a great gotcha.
No. You just got to ask me, play clips out of context, put me in the hot seat. So please just answer the question.
This is fair.
Can
Name all 7 since you've been following the case.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead.
You name one.
Yeah, you named all 7.
I'm happy to do that, but can you name one?
I think he's been charged with murder.
That's actually incorrect.
Okay, great. Now name all 7.
He doesn't even. This is like
name all 7.
And I
can you name all 7?
I can.
Then do it.
Sure, you don't have to
do it. No, do it. I'll count them. Go ahead.
You don't have to put your fingers up. I can do that.
Name them.
Yeah, sure.
Name them.
The first charge is aggravated murder because that's what carries a death sentence
So
in the
murder.
state of Utah. No,
Next.
that's not. That is literally not murder.
Okay.
And so
Next.
just for people, no, don't. I don't have to do it in a time limit. There's nothing going on. And just to explain to people the difference of why that really matters and shows that he doesn't actually care about this at all is because aggravated murder, it's narrowly defined,
Just
and because
avoiding
it
the
carries
question.
a death sentence. I'm going to answer the question.
Okay.
You're just going to recognize that your strategy of thinking that people are intimidated when you try to put a time constraint doesn't work, and you'll be better the next time you debate
I got
someone.
it. I got it. Give me the other ones.
The more you cut me off, the longer I'll take. Do you want to just wait for me to finish of why that's a big difference so that
No,
people
I just
don't walk
want
away?
you to list the charges.
Yeah.
Bro, Andrew could never shut the fuck up. That's part of the reason why I hate even watching him debate. I don't consider him a really highly intellectual person because he lack emotional discipline. Even Tommy can sit the fuck up and listen to somebody make points and shit. Man, this nigga Andrew, I thought he was just doing it with Fatty and Ali because he don't fuck with them. Nah, but he do this with everybody, gang. It's just who he is. The only person I saw him not do it with is Wes Watson.
I'm gonna do that. You just don't get to pretend that there's a time constraint for me to do that.
Well, how long does it take you to list 7 charges?
Because I'm speaking. You just got to.
It sounds like you're just delaying it because you don't know them.
I know all 7 of them,
Then
and I'm
tell
gonna
me
say
them.
again because you're gonna get embarrassed.
Very
You don't have to
confrontational.
rush this. I'm also showing an example of a very flawed debate strategy. I actually am under no time constraint.
I got one.
Great. The second charge is the felony discharge of a weapon. The next 2 charges are for obstruction of justice.
Okay.
The next 2 charges are for witness tampering. And the
What's
final
the specific charges though?
that is them. Obstruction of justice,
Both of
obstruction
those-
of justice, witness tampering, witness tampering.
Okay, and there's no other specifics to them.
Well, I can tell you why he's being charged.
No,
with it.
just the charges and then 7.
Yeah, see, the bad thing is when you try to be an a-hole and it doesn't work.
What's the 7th?
The last charge is violence in front of a minor.
Okay, got it. So then he's being charged with murder. You just say aggravated murder. That's the distinction. You just want to.
It's a massive. It's
Got
like
it.
you cannot
Massive.
say murder versus aggravated
Massive
murder.
distinction.
This gets to the entire crux of why him being up for the death sentence. And I actually
Listen, it's gonna be hard to listen to these 2 debate. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You feel me? Cause that boy just can't be quiet, gang. You know what I'm saying? Bro, he really a demon with this whole ass shit. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm not sure if Tyler Robinson did it or not. I'm not sure. The only thing I know is Charlie, and I said this before and I say it again. Charlie should be alive. Nobody should be alive for just having their own opinion. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You playing with some dangerous people out here. You know what I mean? He was running around talking about how Trump was on that Epstein shit. He was challenging that shit. You feel me? He became an op. That nigga stopped playing fair. They let him have it. Let's see what.
actually
Just
can.
curious, yeah.
You can literally do that. Here you go. PBD, you're the moderator.
Okay.
Take it.
Let's see
See
it.
if anyone was texted at all during this debate
All right.
about the violent charges or anything.
I'm looking through this. You give me permission.
You
so I'm
have
looking
full
at the, I'm not gonna
permission to
give
go through my
names.
phone. I don't need to
So
cheat.
the last one has nothing to do with it. It's just a compliment.
I haven't even read my text messages.
That's
so
a compliment.
He's reading them.
You're okay. You're giving me permission. I'm
Yes.
just going to read 3 of them,
Yes.
see 1132, because after that, I don't need to read it.
And you know their texts. Could have been Telegram. Could have been something.
All
like
I
that.
have is Signal. You can check that too. I only have Signal. Telegram I used in Russia, and that was it. I downloaded for
I'll
Russia.
take your word for it.
Yeah.
Then-
I don't need to like. I
Okay.
deeply care about this case. I don't need to
I
pretend
get
to
it.
know
If you
stuff that
deeply
I
care
don't
about
know.
the case, I
Yeah.
just, I have my other question is about the steakhouse.
Bro, you so condescending, bro. You feel me? Like, really, I know you want some like clout shit right now, Andrew. And I'm about to end my shit, like, cause I don't really do this shit the way I used to. I did have some good numbers today. We had like 213 people altogether. I think we got like 52 people watching right now. But look, the whole point is this. At the end of the day, this is her friend, bro. Like her real life friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Charlie but I'm a different man than I used to be. I'm far more compassionate. That's somebody who she really sat with, ate lunch with, planned with, and despite them having a difference of ideology, than myself, I do believe deep down inside they both love the country that we both live in. We just have a different vision for that country. That's all this shit come down to. If you was cool with seeing Charlie get knocked off, that's fucked up. But what's even worse, I don't like when y'all weaponize people's deaths, bro. Like, bro is gone. I think bro need to rest in peace. Not y'all niggas weaponizing his death versus one side. Man, that's some hoe ass shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That he traveled to the steakhouse.
Yeah, we've been building a timeline with things that we feel are
But is there any actual
Utah 1102
evidence?
approved. I think speaking to the owner, knowing that there's a receipt, seeing the receipt is good enough to put on our timeline.
But the receipt itself, the question I always had about it is, couldn't you just call the merchant? Like, if I've ever had a merchant account, I just call the merchant account processor and say, what's the name on this?
Yeah, I would stay tuned. I feel that having spoken to the owner, that the evidence is compelling enough to put onto my personal timeline of what took place on that day. That's where it's going to stay. And if it gets debunked, I'm happy to take it off. If that's what you mean, that's how an investigation works. Like I said, I did more than enough. It would definitely pass the test by the Utah 1102.
I'm doing that shit in a different breakdown, bro. It's over. I don't do this shit all day. Y'all see I'm playing Pokemon too. Look at my Charizard. Look at my fucking Charizard. Well, look, the whole point is this, bro. Stephen A., I'm going to do another separate breakdown for you. It's going to be a pre-recording. I'm getting better at my pre-recordings and stuff. But let me say this, bro. I'm just very disappointed in you, bro. I actually did a rant in my car, but when I posted it to TikTok, it got hit with community violations. I can't afford that on YouTube. I want to keep my channel up. But what I also can't afford is having people in my community be marks and they put my daughters in danger and my sons in danger based on their misinformation about black people, bro. This shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It really is crazy, bro. We got to start thinking about how our fucking, some of the shit we be doing, it be having repercussions, gang. You feel me? Really think about some of the shit you doing before you do that shit. Real talk. I gotta get out of here, y'all. Peace, man.